I'm Linda. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today I'm doing 3 looks with 1 collection, and that collection is the Terra Cosmetics Dreaming Under the Moon collection. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, 2 others, and swatches, then just keep on watching. Hey y'all, so I'm so excited. Terra Cosmetics has sent over the brand new collection, Dreaming Under the Moon, and it is so pretty. So I was thinking that I would do a couple looks like I love to do whenever a new Terra collection comes in, and I wanted to do something with this look to mainly focus on the focus on the shade Divine Chaos, and it's such a very special shade. I wanted to try to do something pretty to kind of just, I don't know, but let's jump into it. I'm going to start out with the Blend Bunny Cosmetics and Ellis Atlantis palette, and I'm going to go into the shade The Void because I wanted to do a smoky rainbow. I was like, I'll do that, and then I'll have Divine Chaos on it, and it'll be such a pretty sparkly blend and colorful but smoky. So to do this, I'm going to take the Makeup Shack T101 brush, take some of the Void, and just start to work that onto my lid up towards my crease. Work it over, and pat that onto the lid. I'm really just kind of swiping because this is a very, very pigmented color right here. And work it down, around it. Doesn't have to be perfect right yet. You can go in and touch everything up in just a minute. Okay, so once that's on, I'm going to take a fluffy brush. This one is from NYX. And what I'm going to do is just kind of focus on softening this up a little bit, diffusing it ever so slightly. And now I'm going to take the Makeup Shack T14 brush in the shade Presence and just start to kind of go on this outer V and start to add some purple. Just doing windshield wiping motions, very, very light pressure. Just going to kind of pat it and then blend it, and pat it and then blend it just a little bit. Gentle pats. With the same brush is cleaned off, I'm going to take a little bit of Galactic. Pop that right towards the arch of my brow for the placement. Like not up towards it, just right under it. Right where I left off with Presence. I'm just going to go back and forth with it. Very gently. Just pat, 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 pat. And then I'm going to take just a little bit more of Presence. Pat, 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 pat. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Regenerate right where we left off. And just really kind of pat it. Same thing, just little baby pats. And I'm going to take a little bit of Magnetic. It's like a grungy yellow. A very unique shade. If it gets onto the Void, it's okay. Now what I'm going to do for that is just take that same brush we started with, the T101 brush, and just kind of dust it off that way. And I'm going to take a little bit more of Energized. Well, I say a little bit more. I'm going to take a little bit of Energized and pop that on right there. Side the yellow. Pat, 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 pat. and a little bit of nuclear. Really just touch that up. And then, I know I'm using the same brush, but in between each color, I'm taking this thing, cleaning it off. These are so handy. I think you can get like a whole thing of like, was it like 5 of them? Or like one of these with like 12 refills of these for like $8 on Amazon. I can't remember, but if you want, let me know and I'll get it and edit the description of this and put that in there for you. But I'm gonna take Perception and I'm gonna work on the inner portion of my lid, bringing it up to that orange and getting everything nice and blended together. So now I'm going to switch over to the Makeup Shack T63 brush, and I'm going to take the shade Illusion to just soften up this purple side over here. I'll go back in and touch everything up here in just a little bit, but right now I just want to kind of get it blended. So I'm going to take this, just soften it up. And now I'm just gonna clean this brush off and take a little bit more of Cosmic. Well, I keep saying a little bit more. I'm taking some of Cosmic, which is the like super light pastel, really pretty. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a baby powder blue, but it's very pretty, very soft, and I feel like perfect for this look. Already, just so pretty, so cute. All right, so I'm gonna switch over to a couple palettes. Well, I say a couple palettes. I'm gonna switch over to the Divination palette real quick because there are some of the pastels in here that I just wanted to use. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of In the Stars. Just soften that up a bit. And then I'm gonna go into Sensory from the Ellis palette and just start to blend over here, back and forth, very light pressure. We don't want to have it feeling like much of anything other than a little bit of a tickle. Now time to go in and touch everything up. I'm going to take the T14 brush from the Makeup Shack and a little bit more of Perception. Pop that on. Pat, 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 pat. Take a little bit more of Energize. Just gently, gently. And then a little bit more of Magnetic. And a little bit of Voltage, just cause. And I will go back in and touch up the Void in just a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit more of Regenerate. Cosmic. Not Cosmic, my bad. Aether. I was like looking at Cosmic because I was like, no, I need Aether. But I think Cosmic's so cute. So I was like, okay. Anyway, a little bit more of Aether. And of course, a little bit more of Presence. Then I'll take the T63 brush again and just kind of play around with the lighter shades to see if this is how I want it. I know for sure I'm going to play around with Illusion right here on this outer portion of my eye real quick. To make sure everything is softened up. A little bit more presence with that brush. And then I'm going to take the T14 brush again, but I'm going to take a little bit of the Void instead of using the T101 brush. Just kind of go back and forth in the crease a little bit. Bring it back. Pop it up through the crease very gently. Okay, that blend makes me happy. Alright, I'm going to clean this brush off and take a tiny bit more of Aether because I feel like it needs a little bit more. And a little bit more of Cosmic. There we go. That just softened that up so much. Then I'm going to take the T101 brush again. Just kind of pop a little bit more on. Alright, so I think what I want to do is I want to, well, I'm going to try, so for my editing self, zoom this in so y'all can see the sparkles. So I'm going to take a little bit of Divine Chaos, which is in honor of Megan Trutt, and this is just a very special shade. I got choked up reading about this shade when they were previewing. That's just, so I wanted to try to do something to be special for the special shade. So I'm going to start off with my finger, and I'm going to start to work that onto the lid. And it's so beautiful. It's like very rainbowy, very dark and mysterious, but like vibrant and beautiful, and just the reflex are amazing. It's just so pretty. So I am going to take the dough color number 14 brush to go ahead and start to work that up towards the colors above the crease. Okay, I'm going to hold my breath, hope for the best, and doodle some stars, and I'll be here doing that without talking, because I can't talk and do that. Alright, I'm going to go do the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the finished look. What do you think? I feel like it's super sparkly and pretty, and I'm really excited about how it turned out. I'm excited to do more looks, and I am excited to do swatches. So without talking too much, I'm going to go ahead and go get my pictures and get ready to do the other looks, and I'll see you in just a second. Alright, again with the Ellis palette, because I've been wanting to use this for a while and just hadn't, because I was wanting to play with other palettes. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna be, as of right now, 2 for 2 on looks for this video with this palette. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start out with the Blend Bunny Cosmetics B2 brush and the shade Atlantis. And I'm gonna start to kind of follow the outer V of my eye and then bring it down, kind of winging it out just a little bit. And I'm just gonna pat, 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 and then bring it over. I'm just kind of building the shape up for right now, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to get that nice winged out bit. And then pat, pat, pat. And I'm going to take the shade Nebula and pop that on towards the inner corner of my eye. And I'm going to bring it over and connect the two. And I have my lid primed with the Juvia's Place Eye Primer. I'm going to take Atlantis again. Just really finish getting them connected. Pat, 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 pat. Now I'm going to take the Makeup Shack T14 brush and the shade Membrane and just start to blend out Nebula with it. Back and forth very gently. And with that same brush, I'm going to take Figment and just start to gently diffuse Atlantis. Blend that out. Extend it just a little bit. Now the moon phase is inspired by Olga Dan. I was just like, oh, that is so cool. Except for how she did her moon. It was like black with a little bit of like yellow. So like, I just want to like doodle a moon like this and then just do the rest. I feel like I've been wanting to do a moon phase look for a while, and I was like, well, since this collection is Dreaming Under the Moon, why not? Let's just do it. So I'm kind of excited about how this is turning out so far. I'm going to take the Makeup Shack T63 brush and the shade Infestation and just blend this side out. It's kind of another rainbow look, but a different variation. Now I'm going to take the shade Entrancement with the T63 brush and just start to really get this blended out on this side here. Back and forth. It's been raining the last few days, so you know what? The more colorful, the better. I'm going to clean that brush off, and then I'm going to take a little bit of Specimen and blend out the blue-green side. Since this is more of a yellow-green. Oh my gosh, I can hear my TV in the other room. And I have on the Pokemon channel on Pluto. And they keep playing the ad for Strawberry Shortcake, the show. And now that theme song is going to be stuck in my head. It's like, Strawberry Shortcake. I'm going to be so embarrassed that I left that in. But anyway, just in a pretty alright mood today. Being goofy. Now I'm going to take Voltage on the same brush. And I'm going to just start to blend, 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 blend. Now I'm going to go in and touch everything up. My battery is about to give out. That's on the list. I'm going to get another one. So if my battery does cut off, I'm going to film the rest of this on my phone. So it might be a quality change. Just a heads up. Now I'm going to take the T14 brush and more of Nebula. Bring that back. And take a little bit more of Infestation. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of Atlantis. And a little bit more of Entrancement. Just going back in and touching everything up. I'm taking a little bit more of Entrancement because, like I always say, blending is repetitive, but it's worth it. Take a little bit more Figment. And that's the blend. So I'm going to take some micellar water on a Q-tip. And I am going to clean my lid, clean out my crease, and then carve out my crease with the Juvia's Place Eye Primer. But to save my camera battery for right now, I'm going to not film this. But in my look from last week, I do show how I carve out my crease and everything. Okay, so I've powdered my lid with just like my face powder so that it's not as tacky. Now I'm going to get into some pretties. So excited. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just a tiny bit of the shade Cosmic Cliffs. It is so shifty and so beautiful. I hope it's catching the shifts. But I'm going to take a little bit of that with the Doe Color number 14 brush and just pop that right here on this outer portion. Just a tiny, tiny bit. And then I'm going to take my finger and take the shade Hubble. Oh my goodness, this one. The shifts are actually insane. It's so good. Like, I can't stop staring. So I'm going to take my finger and... okay. I'm going to pop that on and kind of pat it along the edges of that shade I just used to get them blended together. It's so pretty. And then I'm going to take a little bit of I'm going to pop that on my finger as well and just kind of blend it with that last shade. Ah, yes. And then I could not resist. I'm going to take Geomagnetic. It's so pretty. I don't know. It's like, it's just its own, like, I don't know. It's so hard to explain. I feel like it's more of a, maybe like a duochrome, but the shifts are very pretty. And the color, oh my goodness, the color is just like, I don't know, it could be definitely kind of more multi-chrome as I'm looking at it on my finger, because there's like that blue, green, and purple to it. It's very, very, just, I don't know, divine. Then I'm going to take that Doe Color number 14 brush and get more of that and work it into the crease and blend it. These shifts are just so beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to take a tiny bit more of Atlantis on this Blend Bunny Cosmetics B2 brush. And I'm just going to kind of pat that along the edges of that to make it not as harsh. Okay, now I'm going to hold my breath, hope for the best, and try to doodle. But for the one moon, I took some of the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas in white to do it, and I will show you how I'm about to do this. I'm going to take some micellar water and a Q-tip, and then get the circle out, do that, do a little shading, and then doodle. I say that as I forgot. What I'm going to do now, because I want to do this before I doodle, is I'm going to take this brush, it's from BH Cosmetics, and I'm going to take a little bit of Pond's Brooks for my brow highlighter. And this one is absolutely gorgeous. Like, I feel like it goes so beautifully with this. It just kind of brings that sparkle. Ah, I love it. Alright, so to do this moon, I'm taking some micellar water on a Q-tip and just making a circle. Then I'm going to take the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas in white. You can use any kind of white base or concealer or whatever. Then I'm taking a nail dotting tool and I'm getting the shape of the moon, and then I'm going to shade it in with a white eyeshadow and a gray eyeshadow just to make the like craters on the moon. And that's how I do a little moon like this. I feel like it's really cute. And now time to doodle some little tiny moons for the moon phases. I'm starting to do like a little C, some of them backwards. It's hard to tell right now. But then I make a point at the top and then kind of take it from that point and extend it to make it a little fuller. And then as I go on with these, I want to make them a little thinner and a little smaller. And once I get all of the black ones on, I'm going to take a little bit of a pastel yellow eyeliner, and then I'm just going to kind of like outline the moons, and that way it's more moon facey. This one is definitely one of those hold your breath, hope for the best kind of doodles, because I was struggling, but I felt like it turned out really, really cool. Alright, I'm gonna go do the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the finished look. What do you think? I feel like it turned out so cute. For the lashes, these are probably one of my favorite pairs of lashes ever. It is Calyx from Davini Beauty. They're so fluffy. They're like dramatic, but like not too dramatic. I just love them. And for my highlighter, I use Luminescence from Terra Cosmetics because that is one of my favorite ones of their highlighters. It is so good. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and go get my pictures and all that good stuff, and I'll see you in just a second. Hey y'all, so for the third look, I'm taking the Blend Bunny Cosmetics, Glisten Cosmetics, and Lens Makeup collection. And I'm going to start with the shaded Throwback. in the L04 brush after I dot my nose with eyeshadow by accident. So I'm going to take this shade and run it all through the crease, and when I get towards the tail of my brow, I'm going to flick it upwards a little bit, almost like I'm going to do a half, or like I'm going to do a cut crease, except like it's a different variation of a cut crease. I wanted to try to fit as many sparkles into the look as I can because I feel like I didn't get a chance to use as many, but I do plan on doing another video soon. So I'm just taking the shade and working it all the way through the crease, taking it upwards and kind of flicking it as I get to the tail. And then I'm going to start from the outer corner of my eye and connect it. That way you can get like the little shape where it's just your lid after you get everything blended, and then you like carve your crease, and then yeah, like I said, you can get a lot of sparkles on. Now I'm going to take 23 with the L03 brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and start to blend everything out, or just blend throwback out. So I was like, oh yeah, a smoky eye, and that can be achieved with a black eyeshadow and a white eyeshadow, and it'll look so cool. So I just packed on throwback and then started to blend it out with 23, and as you can already see, it's kind of getting gray. That's alright. We're going to go back in and touch that up, and it'll be more smoky and everything, but this is just a nice, like, blended out shade. So now I'm going back into throwback just to bring it back, because as I always say, blending is repetitive, but it's worth it. So I'm doing a little bit more blending here with throwback. I'm sorry, I just woke up, so forgive me if I'm a little off. I'm like, oh no, last minute. Who would I be if I wasn't last minute with everything? Anyway, just going back in and making sure that that is nice and touched up and get it brought back. And then I'm going to take more of 23 to soften it up. That way there is no harshness. It's more nice and even gradient blend, softer and still powerful. And with the same brush, I'm going to take a little bit more of throwback just to bring it back. And as you can tell, it's already starting to get like blended and it's coming together quite cute, I felt like. And yeah, so just a little bit of blending before we clean everything up to add sparkles. I'm taking a little bit more of throwback just to bring it back, and then I'm going to take some micellar water on a Q-tip to clean out my crease, clean off my lid, and to carve out my crease with the Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Prime Eye Primer. My computer is lagging, so I have no idea. I'm just freestyling right now. Oh my gosh, hold on a second. I'm so sorry. Alright, I think we're good. So I'm just going to take some micellar water on a Q-tip, and I'm just going to like clean the crease out, clean off my lid, and I'm going to extend that Q-tip outwards to make more of a triangle out there towards the outer V of my eye. And then when I take the base, I'm going to go ahead and be very, very easy, gentle, precise with that area. That way we don't take off too much eyeshadow, and it will keep our shape. That way we can have all the shifty goodness on our lids. Alright, so I'm going to start out with Midnight Aubergine, and look, it's so pretty. I was trying to get the shifts. Oh my goodness, it's finally, like, sunny out. It's been rainy, so I'm going to try my very best to, like, include, like, outside, footage of some swatches of the collection because it's so pretty. So I'm taking the Clionadh DF04 brush and popping that on that outer V. Then I'm going to take my finger and pop a little bit more on the lid to kind of really connect it. And as I work up into the crease, then I'm going to take Midnight Aubergine in the crease with the DF04 brush. I feel like tinier brushes work so well for looks like these. That way you get all your sparkles on without like getting it where you don't really want to. Next up is Super Moon Eclipse. It is so pretty. So the way that I went about like this look with the shimmers was I was like, okay, these are given grungy rainbow, and I could not capture them very well with my camera, so I was like, oh man. But like it was really like I had a grungy rainbow on my eye. I was so excited. Alright, so I'm taking the Cleona DF04 brush again just to pop that on. And now I'm taking the shade Solar Corona. Look at the shifts in that. Oh my goodness, I love the more like pinky orange green shifts and the red, orange, green, purpley shifts. Oh, I'm a sucker because those are like the prettiest, I swear. I'm so excited about this collection because it's like so sparkly yet spicy neutral yet grungy. It's a whole vibe. They're like so unique and beautiful and unlike any that I have in my collection. Now I'm going to pop on some star stickers so I can trace them and make negative space stars. But first, Space Baby from Terra Moon's Cosmetics as my brow highlighter. And it's liner time. So I'm taking Nostalgia and Toot from the Lens Makeup Looks and Glisten Cosmetics side of the collaboration with Bloom Bunny Cosmetics. And I'm just starting to kind of draw around these stars. And let me tell you, when I was like working on this, I was rushing to go get groceries. And then I was stressed because these stars were stressing me out. But it was still fun. It wasn't like that stressful. I was just like, oh my gosh, I got this mirror so close to my face and I can't see because, you know, if you're focusing on something for so long, then you're just like, oh my gosh, my eyes need to break. Yeah, I was at that point. But I'm just going around these stars to make sure that the points are nice and pointy and trying to make sure that the wet liner does not get underneath the sticker. That way it's really just like a negative space and we don't have to do any cleanup. This is the Glisten Cosmetics 2 brush out of the collection, and it's really good. Like, I'm really, really excited about these brushes because I'm like, oh wow, like, they can do little tiny, precise works. It's like so cool. So, again, more tracing. I stuck with the purple for now, and then I'm going to go into the green just because I didn't want to, like, wash my brush off to dip into the green. So, I was like, let me just do the purple ones first. And now I'm taking Toot, which is funny because I was like, oh, my cat's going to think I'm talking to her when I say this out loud. So this is the more neon kind of green from the palette. It's on the split end one, and it's with the darker green. But anyway, so I thought these stars would look really cool together. Doing the same thing, just tracing around the sticker, trying my very best to make sure that I don't get any liner under it. Kind of just holding my breath and hoping for the best. And yeah, so getting it down here towards the sparkles, I was like, oh, please don't mess up, please don't mess up. I don't want to have to wipe this off. And yeah, so just thoughts that run through my mind as I'm doing liner. Y'all hear that purr? That's Floof. That's Floof doing big purrs. Oh, anyway, I'm on the final store, and then I'm going to add some gems, but my battery was running low. Got to get a new one. Ginger is hissing at Biggie. Please stop. So I've got to get another one. So I just, like, didn't get the gem, footage. I'm so sorry. But I put my gems on, like, the same pretty much every time. I just put on eyelash glue and pop on the gems and go from there. Alright, sorry, I'm having battery malfunctions yet again. I hope I can get it fixed soon. But I'm going to go to the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the finished look. What do you think? I feel like it turned out really cute. It's like grungy, but like sparkly. and like very spacey, and I'm really excited about how it turned out. I feel like the stars are a little rough, but the early morning caffeine kicked in and I was like, oh. But yeah, anyway, I am so obsessed with this collection and want to use more shades, so I'm going to try my best to use the shades that I haven't got around to using yet, maybe in this next video that's coming up next week. I don't know. Let me know if you would be interested in that. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm saying a lot of I don't know. But before anything, I'd like to say a huge thank you to Terra Moons Cosmetics for sending this collection my way. I love it so much. Y'all always create magic, and I'm just so appreciative for y'all and just so happy for this collection. Congratulations, it's beautiful, and thank you so much. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and have the swatches here. You think? Aren't they gorgeous? Like spicy neutral and kind of grungy was what I read the description of this collection from them when they started teasing it, and I absolutely agree. Like, it definitely is that. It's absolutely beautiful. Which shade is your favorite? Which look is your favorite? Let me know all that down below. And I guess this is it for now. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to keep up my awkward face and shenanigans while I'm not here on YouTube, then I have all my social medias linked in the description box down below. And if you'd like to keep up with me while I am here on YouTube, then please hit the subscribe button. It would mean so much to me, and I can't thank you enough. And if you like this video, could you please give it a thumbs up, because I heard it helps push my video out in the algorithm. So if you give it a thumbs up, then thank you. Please let me know what you'd like to see next down in the comments below. And I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I'll see you in the next one. Bye!